Hey guys, today we are doing a coffee and chat video. Chai and chat. I've accumulated several cruelty-free and vegan makeup products since like Black Friday forward. Today I figured we would just kind of throw them all into the makeup look. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna start with this Mineral Fusion Color Correcting Primer because I am red. I just realized I have green scotch tape sitting in the background. My rosacea is really flaring up lately and I think I know the culprit. I bought some candy hearts the other day at the grocery store because if you watch my most recent 50 Facts About Me video, they're one of my favorite candies and I'm very excited that they're available now. But anyway, I've noticed that when I do eat candy hearts, it kind of activates my rosacea somehow. I'm gonna use the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation, which I have not used in what feels like ages on this channel. But before I do, I got two different concealers during Black Friday sales a while back. This is the Fitglow Beauty Conceal Plus Concealer, and this is the Perez Arnica Concealer. This is in the shade Latte. This is in the shade C1. The Latte was absolutely what I should have gone with. This is a really good match for my skin tone. This is what I'm going to use today. The Fitglow Beauty, you know what? I am going to use a little bit of it today just so you guys kind of see both. But I think I got a shade that is a tad too light for me. I'm just going to put that on like my darkest spots and I'll plan to put foundation over it. I also got a Fitglow brush because it was on sale and this is one of the ones I've looked at for a while. It's like dual-sided. This side is for highlight maybe? I forget what they said this was for. And then this side is for concealer and I have been loving this side. So I'm just going to kind of buff that into these areas and then put the Perez concealer over it. The reason that I'm feeling a lot better and a little more energized is for a few different reasons. One, I've been working out a little more lately. And one of the things that I kind of struggled with a lot during the pandemic was my history of having an eating disorder. Going in with the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation now, have not used this in ages on the channel. But one of the issues that I really struggle with when working out is motivation, which I know a lot of people do. I actually love working out. It's just a rabbit hole. If you've ever experienced depression or any kind of mental struggle, like mental health struggle, you understand. It's the fact that I gained a little bit of weight or had a few days where I wasn't working out as much, and then I just dwell on that and spiral rather than being like, oh, it was just a few days, let's just get back to work. No, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I let myself go for those few days and now I'm sinking into a deeper depression about it and I'm so anxious and I feel so much pressure to work out that I just really want to avoid it right now. And obviously the solution to that is to just push through and do it, but you can't always do that when you have depression or an eating disorder or any kind of mental health struggle. So that was something I've been struggling with, and what helps me in those moments is finding a kind of workout or goal that I can work toward and like see myself progressing toward, if that makes sense. And so I found the weirdest motivation for me, and this might sound a little out there, especially if you've never heard of it, but there's this one, not even dance company, it's just a team, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They say they're cheerleaders, but they're really dancers. They are, you know, classically trained, a lot of them. This is just one example that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders posted online their like workout regimen. You have to be able to get a mile that's so fast, or however many push-ups or sit-ups in a row, or how long you hold a plank, you know, that kind of thing. I found that the other day and I was like, you know what? This could be fun to just work toward. And like, don't get it twisted. This is a really, really rigorous and difficult thing to shoot for. But I'm not even saying that I have to get every single one of the things on the list. I'm just saying it's a goal to work toward that's dance related, that's something I'm really passionate about, that I have always loved doing. So that's what I've been doing lately. And it's actually been really, really fun. And just because I am doing their like boot camp goal workout thing does not mean I condone the way that they treat their dancers. The NFL in general just has horrible, horrible rules for their professional dancers. It's awful. Like until I think 2018, they were paid like $3 an hour. Awful. Ridiculous. Look it up. There are a lot of lawsuits against them. I'm actually going to take a break from the face really fast and do my eyebrows. This is the Flower Beauty Brow Vixen Tattoo Effect stain. So it's a felt tip and I got this in the shade Taupe, I think. I just drew a little bit on the back of my hand there. It does something. I probably could have gone one color deeper, but I have used this a few times. This is the newest addition to like my new things. I just got this at the store the other day, kind of on like an impulse buy, and I've struggled with it a little bit just because the first day that I used it, I had put sunscreen on my face beforehand and I wasn't even doing a whole face. I was just, you know, adding a little bit of a brow before I went to work, like so, you know, people could see it over my mask, a little mascara. And something happened where it just did not take well with the sunscreen. The whole tip just dried out. I remembered that just now and I'm like, oh, I just put foundation and stuff on my face. There shouldn't be too much in my brows, but I did, you know, like take the blender over this area. But before I powder or anything else like that, I feel like this product has a better chance if I do this first. I don't know. I haven't hit it completely. It is doing something to this brow, but you guys will kind of have to be the judge. I just kind of wish that it was a little more liquidy, like the felt tip didn't dry out as easily. But I also just think felt tip anything and makeup is kind of hard to make work. I mean, at least it's not like a marker in opacity. I was gonna say opaqueness. Opacity, like it is a little bit, see-through is not the word I was looking for. Transparent, I guess. And you know what? Using it at this step is definitely doing better than it was before. It's just not my favorite brow product ever. Another reason I've been feeling really good though is that I've been reading the You Are a Badass book by Jen Sincero. I'm going in with the Alima Pure Mauna Loa bronzer now. It's been a long time since I've laughed out loud reading a book. Like probably I was a teenager the last time that happened. And this woman is making me laugh out loud while I'm reading this book, and it's still super, super helpful, but I feel like I'm just talking to one of my like super sarcastic friends, and it's friggin' amazing. You should really check out that book if you are just at, you know, a place where you're feeling stuck, or even if you're feeling really ambitious but you don't know what to do with all your ambition, like check it out. Now I'm gonna go in with the Mented blush in Peach for the Stars. Love this shade. It's a really beautiful glow. I'm also gonna put this on my eyes today in lieu of a actual eyeshadow. I promise I'll stop talking about books in a second, but one other book that I have read this year, I think it was my first one of 2020, was Where the Crawdads Sing. Girl, just read it. Read it, please. Just read it. That book was so good, and it actually started kind of slow, which I mean, I guess a lot of really good books do that, but I read like the first 60 pages. It's a 360 page book. I read the first 60 pages like intermittently at work for a few minutes in between some meetings, and then, you know, a few nights at home I read like another 10 pages, and then I hit around like page 60 and I read the last 300 pages in one night. It was just really, really good, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I really love it. I feel like it's bound to be a hit with a lot of people because it mixes so many different genres. There's a little bit of like a historical fiction aspect to it, but it's also a little bit action thrillery. I personally loved it because there's a mystery involved. There's a lot of female empowerment that happens in the book. Okay, I need to back up and make sure that I slow down and that this is actually blended out really well, because I feel like it's looking a little patchy right now. If I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking in the viewfinder to do half this makeup, which is not a great idea because it's a tiny screen, but what else is going on? I feel like, oh my gosh, okay. One of the things that is really getting me jazzed up, actually probably like the thing, I'm a recent grad. If you guys don't know that, and when I say recent, I actually mean a year ago, but I graduated in May 2020, which as you can imagine was the worst time to graduate in the history of ever. And what made it worse is that I work in the events field. So football games, concerts, weddings, symposiums, TED Talks, I do it all. And none of the above is gonna happen during a pandemic, which I don't want it to. We need to stay safe. And so for what feels like 1,000 years, I have been looking for jobs for months, but the other day, I found a job listing. Oh, my heart's like beating fast talking about it. It's my dream job. I am so excited about it. I am really, really qualified for it. And I'm just so proud of myself because I wouldn't have been qualified for this job, you know, a few years ago, even 2 years ago. And I submitted an application. And I know that it sounds like I'm getting really excited and like getting my hopes up about this thing. But listen, I don't buy into that whole don't get your hopes up, don't get excited about something shtick. This is the first time that I've been this excited about a job since an internship that I applied to a few years back, and I let myself get excited about that one, and it was really competitive, and I ended up getting it because I was really confident going into it. I think letting myself be excited and joyful about the opportunity was a good thing. Ultimately, it made me get psyched for the job and work a little harder, and so I'm not holding back now either. I'm going in with the Kosas The Big Clean Mascara. Got this in Black Friday, and it really surprised the pants off me. Like, I did not expect Kosas to be so good at mascara formula, you know? I feel like Kosas for the most part is more well known and like highly praised for their cream formulas, but just wait until you see this. This is so gorgeous. Okay, so from afar, this is what it's looking like. I did get a little bit on my lid, but I'll scratch that off with a spoolie in a second once it dries. But do you see this freaking ridiculous volume? The length? It even surprised me when I put it on just now. Like every time that I've put it on since I've gotten it, I've like not expected it to do as well as it does, and every time it just pleasantly surprises me. Before I do my lips, I am going to spray my face down and kind of, you know, pat this in. I used a lot of powders. got a little bit under my eye when I was spraying. Maybe I didn't let it dry long enough. Okay. I will fix that too in a moment. Okay, I just lined my lips with the Jessie lip liner from Thrive. It's in the shade Jessie. And then I got two types of new lip products. One, I got a couple different Fitglow lip serums in the Black Friday sale. I've been using these a ton. My favorite shade I've been using lately is it's not called Cherry, is it? There's like a really red one that they have that I've been using a ton and like taking to work with me and stuff. Obviously I have my mask on, but like it gives a really pretty tint to the lips because they're not super opaque, but it, you know, plumps them and all that stuff. Love it. I also got Gospel, I want to say Ever. It's like a really plummy shade, the Ever one, and then Go, which is the one I have right here. I'm gonna use this today. And then this I got the other day. It's another Honest Beauty liquid lip. I have a few of these, but I got this in the shade Off Duty. It's a little bit more of like a pinky brownie nude, and I really wanted something that was a little bit more neutral in that formula. But I'm gonna wear this today and then put the shade Go in Fitglow over it. Okay, that's just Off Duty on the lips. I'm gonna let that dry a minute before putting Go over it. Okay, that's dried a little bit. Let's go in with Go. Okay, that is the makeup look done. I actually feel like I need to powder my under eyes. I'm gonna use the Well People powder. Just do a quick swipe underneath both. But we're not totally done. I still need to put on my jewelry for the day and my blazer. I'm wearing my blue dress. It's like a bodycon dress, my work dress. I have an actual reason to dress up for work today. Lately, I've just been wearing like jeans and a polo to work most of the time, which is totally fine for most days. But today I get to dress up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go for rose gold accents today. I love these earrings. This is what they look like. Absolutely gorgeous. They're kind of silver on the edges right now though, just because they're kind of cheap. The rose gold coating is kind of coming off. And then this is the necklace I'm gonna wear today, also rose gold. I like to wear this one kind of high, almost like a choker. Oh, you can't totally see it. And blazer. Okay. Okay. I am liking how this looks. That is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what's going on with you down in the comments below. Tell me something about your day-to-day or how your week's been going, something you're excited about, something you're not so excited about. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you liked the video and you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.